Hello everyone. Um, Today I'd like to talk about 9/11 since it's Sunday. I had another topic, but this one's pretty fresh right now, so let's talk about that day. Where were you? Do you remember where you were on 9/11? I bet most of us do. No matter how old or young you were, I bet you know where you were that day when it happened. And you know what I mean by it. Sadly enough, that was one of the deadliest days we'll ever remember in our generation. I know my story, nothing special other than remembering where I was, but I just put the kids on the bus, sat down to do some laundry, turned on my news channel, and seen the first airplane crash in the towers behind them. Probably before they even seen it. Not quite sure what I seen at the time, thinking, maybe it was just a stunt or maybe I was seeing things. And then all of a sudden, the news broke. First airplane hits Tower 1. And airplanes 11 and 175 both hit the towers. Within an hour and 42 minutes of first tower at all, two towers hit, two towers collapsed. Something that took probably years to build took an hour to demolish and kill. There were 2,996 people killed that day, over 6,000 injured, at least $10 billion worth of property damage, and $3 trillion in total cost between the four airplanes and where they were hit, where they crashed. First two airplanes hit the towers. Third airplane 77 hit the pentagram. Sorry. My husband actually seen that one go down. He didn't see him hit the building, but he seen the airplane go down, and he seen the smoke and fire afterwards. He was sitting in his truck at work when that one went through. That was pretty scary how close he was. Fourth one was steers you hit in Washington, I'm guessing the White House, but ended up crashing into a field in Pennsylvania. I'm sure a lot more would have been killed, injured, and costs would have been that much bigger if that would have went to where they were wanting it to. Oh boy, that was a rough day for all of us. They locked down all the schools. There were more threats other places like Chicago and LA, all the big airports, big train stations. At first they weren't sure, but just when the first two airplanes, they weren't sure if it was just coincidence, but found out shortly it was terrorist. Things sure have changed since then. Everything's higher security. Then they had to go and they finally kill about been sorry. I wasn't expecting to get choked up. I didn't know anybody personally there, but I can just imagine all the mothers and the fathers hearing those last messages on the airplane as the airplanes were going down. I can just imagine those. And even to this day, just thinking about, family members and the firefighters and the first responders that took, sacrificed their life to help the other ones get down the stairs. And so many were saved, but not enough. It shouldn't have happened, obviously. I don't think we're ever going to forget that day. No matter how old you are, how young you were then, you're going to probably learn about this day in your history book if you weren't, come school days, if you were little or whatever. I'm sure it's going to be in the history books now. This was pretty extreme day. And we're still feeling the effects of it. Like I said, I was just watching it on the news, and then I got, message from the schools. The schools was locked down, and even from where we were in Illinois, it was affecting everybody. They didn't know where it was going to hit next. Bin Laden, he was killed, and that took a lot of relief off our shoulders, but there's others in charge now. They don't just kill one and it's all over. There's plenty more, I'm sure. We want to think, that's the end of it. We want to hope and pray that we're not going to have to deal with that ever again, but that's just a lot of false hope. That is like, we all want to have hope. We know it's coming. Let's just hope maybe between now and then we can fight for what we believe. We don't have to be scared. Don't be afraid to leave your home or go to places like New York or Chicago or any of these big places that are a little more high on the attack range. They rebuilt the towers and made it into a museum, which looks like it'd be a very pretty place to go visit. I think I would like to go do that one day. But we shouldn't have a museum of where people have died just for going to work. We shouldn't have a museum for where firefighters have sacrificed their life just to help people. And kids should be going to bed, tonight, knowing that their parents aren't going to be there because of some person that thought it was funny, I guess, to end all these lives. I'd like to hear where you were, how were you feeling at the time? How are you feeling now about it? Do you still think deal with it on a daily basis, or you only remember it come 9/11, the anniversary. There was a news report that the flag they flew that day, after everything had happened, they put the flag up, the firefighters did. That flag got stolen. Who would steal a flag that has so much meaning on a property that people have died for? That's just wrong. What have we come to? Why are we having to deal with this on a daily basis? All these hate crimes and terrorists, and why do we need to be scared to walk out our doors? This is supposed to be a place of freedom. If you're scared to walk out your door, that doesn't seem like much freedom to me. That's my opinion, I guess. Many other buildings were damaged around these towers. I was reading, it says that quite a few other towers were damaged and collapsed, because so all these people that did survive are suffering, probably mentally. I'm sure still scared to go to work. They were probably, and financially, because their place of income was damaged or destroyed. Troops that should have been out doing other services had to stop and deal with that. Things sure have changed since then. So tell me how you're feeling about it. How do you do anything still on 9/11 to give thanks? Think a firefighter. You may not live in New York. Don't matter. Go to your local firefighter station, the fire station, and donate something. Bake them some cookies. Go give them a hug. Tell them thank you for their service. Volunteer somewhere in honor of the fallen people that have died. Do something to give back. Don't let the terrorists think they won. The weaker we seem, the stronger they get. So let's show them how strong we really are. When this first happened, everybody came together. We were strong, we were united. But as time got by, we're back to our old ways again. A lot of hate crimes, a lot of religious talk and race and sex and religion, all these topics that in a place of freedom should matter. Should love word hate should not exist in this United States. We should bind together as one, not separate ourselves from these individual groups. We're better than that. Don't let these terrorists think they won. Fight back. Do something about it. Don't wait for someone, to attack again. Don't wait for, they'll take care of it because that's what they were trained to do. Well, do something to help others. Do something in your local area. If you don't have much money, go volunteer somewhere. Go clean a park, in the honor of 9/11. We always seem to wait to a certain date to do certain things. Don't wait till Thanksgiving to be thankful. Be thankful for what you have today. Don't wait to Earth Day to go clean a park when you can go to the beach, which you want to go to the beach on a hot day anyway, and clean it up. Simple as that. Don't wait to 9/11 to start talking about Pledge Allegiance. You never heard us in school to say the Pledge Allegiance back, 20 years ago. It was required. Oh, that's a big deal. We need that. We need that structure. Knowing this is our United States. We are proud to be here. We're going to fight to keep it healthy and strong, and we want to build it bigger and happier, and place where we want to raise our children and our grandchildren and next generations coming above. Do something good for others. Don't wait for a holiday. Don't wait for a specific date. Don't do it because you're going to get something in return or get paid for it. Do it because it's the right thing to do. You see someone struggling, don't just hand them money. They run into a homeless person. Don't hand them money. Go get them some food. Because you don't know what this person's going to use that money for. So go get them some food. Go get them some fresh clothes. Take them to church if you're religious. Sit down and just talk to them. You might just need a friend. Let's get some of these things that need to be taken care of in our world, like homeless and hungry children and all these hate crimes. Let's get these taken care of before we start dealing with things over there, because we're going to be so wrapped up in dealing with over there that we're going to be just so distracted that when something big, hopefully, knock on wood that it don't happen, but if something big were to happen over here again, we're going to be so distracted that we're not going to notice or be alert or warned. So Sunday on 9/11, take your moments of silence in honor of these fallen soldiers, fallen help, all these families that have lost firefighters. And after that, get up on your feet, walk out those doors, and do something. Do something proud for your United States. Don't wait for another terrorist attack. Because that's what they're wanting us to do. They're waiting for us to be not prepared and not ready. Yes, let's be prepared. I'm not saying let's not be prepared. But let's live our life too. Let's not be scared to leave our home. And let's not be, that's not our job to do. Let's make it our job. Don't wait for the next cop to be shot to get angry at a certain angry. Let's not wait for the next kid to be so depressed and to the point he has to shoot another school, another theater. Let's not wait for those things. You see that your children are growing up scared and depressed, and give them a hug. Simple. So many simple things you can do. So many things you could do with, even if you don't have money. If you do have money, great. Get some supplies, donate it to shelters. Send some money or some supplies to the people over at ISIS in Iraq. They need to remember that we remember them, that we're proud of them for being over there fighting for us. Go to some schools to volunteer to help tutor some of these students or counsel. Go to the hospitals and give these children that maybe their parents abandoned them. Give them a hug. Give them a teddy bear. My husband always laughs but my motto is every bear needs a home and every home needs a bear. Well, every child needs a home and we need to make sure these children don't grow up scared to the point that they're hurting themselves, hurting others. We need to keep these terrorists out, but not be scared that they're going to meet every corner and live our lives also. I hope all this isn't just one old mess and you understand what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to remember that day, and I wanted to share it with you. My memories, even though they weren't, very big. Curious about what your memories were. Of course, they're not good memories, but they're still memories. So please feel free to leave a comment of where you were, what you were doing, how you were feeling. Maybe tell us how or what you said to your children that day when they came home from school. Tell me how you're feeling now about it, so many years later. Yes, well, on that note, you have a nice weekend, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.